Good day. So we're looking at labour regulations in terms of helping us decide where we should locate our business. So labour regulations, the laws that govern labour, are really important because of the high levels of unemployment that South Africa has at the moment. And it's about trying to help employees and employers have a better relationship so that if there is a conflict, they can then resolve that conflict better. And I've put this image here of the CCMA, which is the Commission for Conciliation, Mediation and Arbitration, and they are responsible for helping with any disputes or conflict that may occur in the workplace. If we move on to the next slide now, you're going to see that I've said that most countries rely on SMMEs. An SMME is a small, medium and micro enterprise. So in South Africa, the government has really tried to encourage small businesses because small businesses employ employees, and so the labour market grows. So it's quite important that there are laws to help businesses know what they can and can't do. So now that we've given a brief overview of that, let's look at what these laws are. The first one is the Labour Relations Act. It's about the relationship between the employer and the employee. The second one is the Basic Conditions of Employment Act. This is about what are you employing someone, on what conditions, how many working hours, how much sick leave, when can they terminate their contract. And then we look at a new act called the Employment Equity Act. That is about giving equal employment opportunity to all people in South Africa. Some other important labour-related images or things that we need to consider is collective bargaining. So collective bargaining is when trade unions negotiate with regards to safety in the workplace, the pay that you are going to be paying your workers, what benefits are you giving them, and they negotiate on behalf of all the employees. We've spoken about employment equity and that there is a law that now says you must give equal employment opportunity to people who were previously disadvantaged. We know that the law states there cannot be any child labour. So if you are under the age of 15, you are considered to be a child and may not be employed. Minimum wage is quite an interesting one too. I've put a little stat there that for a domestic worker who worked more than 27 hours in a month, her or his minimum wage needed to be 2,230 Rand and 70 cents, and this is from 2019. If your worker was working overtime, the law states that you need to pay them 1.5 times more than their normal salary. In terms of safety standards, it is your responsibility when you're choosing where to locate your business to make sure that it is safe for your workers. And other issues such as medical transport canteens are also important issues to think about.